Sombra's rework was announced and my first impression wasn't that great, but after watching some YouTube videos that gave me another perspective, and honestly they might have fixed the biggest issue with the Sombras kit today. But I do wanna be a little skeptic of the new ability she gets, and we're gonna get into that later into the video. The thing with the pre-rework Sombra was that she was one of the few heroes that was basically unpunishable for poor plays or placements. So if you somewhat knew where to put your translocator, you could not kill a Sombra. Well, it wasn't often, at least compared to any other hero. Her whole kit was very oppressive and did the Tracer's job 10 times easier. And if you wonder what I mean, basically the pressure she can do on off angles, behind backlines and so forth. And because the second you were in danger, you could just teleport back and do the same thing over again, which could be pretty frustrating for a lot of players. And honestly, I believe that Sombra's potential, if played right, made Tracer look kinda weak in some aspect compared to what Sombra brings to the table. But don't get me wrong, I always seen Tracer as an S tier or even an A tier because of how great of a pressure hero she is. But if you can't play her properly, I mean, she might even drop down to a C or D tier, to be honest. It's basically a get good kid type of hero. But looking at the changes they have done now, making her invisible as a passive, got her a new ability called Virus, and probably the best change of a current one, the translocator turns into an instant relocator. But talking about her translocator change, it got some hope for someone like me who plays a lot of Widowmaker. This change has the potential of finally having a way to punish a Sombra player for playing poorly or placing themselves somewhere where they would have died otherwise. Now, because of the lack of damage Sombra has today, I do understand why they also added another ability for the upcoming changes. Most likely is it to make her able to finish someone off with the hack, virus, and shock combo. Compared to where she is today, she kinda needs to rely on her translocator to even do anything. I mean, you guys who main Sombra, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Though I'm pretty sure that when this goes live, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for someone like me to go against her. Why? Well, I'm sure that she's gonna be overly tuned. And why do I think that? One thing is that the Blizzard said themselves that when they do release new heroes or rework, maybe not rework, they want them to feel impactful from the get-go, which is understandable. So I'm pretty sure that they wanna, overtune her a little bit more just to feel the rework more accepted in the community. So if I'm looking at the virus ability doing damage over time, I think that one would be the scariest of them all. How fast would the damage be dealt? When it comes to balancing, I know it's not easy for a developer to just find the perfect numbers to not be overly powerful or underperform. So if it's too slow, it won't do anything special. But if it's too fast, it would be kinda broken. So it's interesting to see where the sweet spot is gonna be at, cause I'm a little bit anxious going against Sombras 24/7 the next season. But I do think that Sombra definitely could be more of a healthy hero, looking at this rework compared to her current state. But it will probably take 2 patches after release before she becomes more balanced. What are your thoughts on the Sombra changes? Is it healthy? Are you worried? What are you worried about in that case? Or are you excited? Please let me know in the comments, and if you did enjoy this one, maybe to consider to subscribe and like the video. Such bullshit. I know, she has no counter whatsoever.